5 minutes peace. The children were having breakfast. This was not a pleasant sight. Mrs. Large took a tray from the cupboard. She set it with a teapot, a milk jug, her favourite cup and saucer, a plate of marmalade toast, and a leftover cake from yesterday. She stuffed the morning paper into her pocket and sneaked off towards the door. "Where are you going with that tray, Mum?" asked Laura. "To the bathroom," said Mrs. Large. "Why?" asked the other two children. "Because I want 5 minutes peace from you lot," said Mrs. Large. "That's why." "Can we come?" asked Lester as they trod up the stairs behind her. "No," said Mrs. Large, "you can't." "What shall we do then?" asked Laura. "You can play," said Mrs. Large, "downstairs by yourself and keep an eye on the baby." "I'm not a baby," muttered the little one. Mrs. Large rang a deep hot bath. She emptied half of a bottle of bath foam into the water, plonked on her bath hat and got in. She poured herself a cup of tea and lay back with her eyes closed. It was heaven. "Can I play you my tune?" asked Lester. Mrs. Large opened one eye. "Must you?" she asked. "But I've been practicing," said Lester. "You told me to." "Can I, please, just for 1 minute?" "Oh, go on then," sighed Mrs. Large. So Lester played. He played Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star 3.5 times. In came Laura. "I can read you a page from my reading book?" she asked. "No, Laura," said Mrs. Large. "Go on, all of you, off downstairs." "But you let Lester play his tune," said Laura. "I heard you like him better than me. That's not fair." "Oh, don't be silly, Laura," said Mrs. Large. "Go on then, just 1 page." So Laura read. She read 4.5 pages of Little Red Riding Hood. In came the little one with a trunk full of toys. "For you," he beamed, flinging them all into the bath water. "Oh, thank you, dear," said Mrs. Large weakly. "Can I see the cartoons in the paper?" asked Laura. "Can I have the cake?" asked Lester. "Can I get in?" asked the little one. Mrs. Large groaned. In the end, they all got in. The little one was in such a hurry that he forgot to take off his pyjamas. Mrs. Large got out. She dried herself, put on her dressing gown, and headed for the door. "Where are you going now, Mum?" asked Laura. "To the kitchen," said Mrs. Large. "But why?" asked Lester. "Because I want 5 minutes peace from you lot," said Mrs. Large. "That's why." And off she went, downstairs, where she had 3 minutes and 45 seconds of peace before they all came to join her.
Hello, it's George from Nursery, and today we're going to be reading Parrot, Pete and his Parrot. Page 2. Once there was a parrot called Pete who had a purple parrot. Other parrots could say "Pretty Polly" and "Pieces of 8," but not Pete's. Pete's parrot could only say one thing. "He did it!" squawked the silly bird. It got Pete into all sorts of trouble. One day while the pirates were busy cleaning the deck of the Jolly Crossboat, Captain Barnacle strolled past. Splash! He didn't see a bucket of soapy water in his way and stepped straight into it. "Who left that here?" growled the captain, pulling it off his wet boot. All the other pirates hid their mops, but the purple pirate shrieked, "He did it!" "It wasn't me," cried Pete, but Captain Barnacle was furious. Suddenly, a voice from the crow's nest shouted, "Land ahoy!" They had arrived at the desert island. Pete went to pick fruit up for his parrot while the other pirates searched for buried treasure. The captain was so busy looking at his treasure map, he fell down a great big hole. "Who dug this hole?" he bellowed, shaking the sand out of his hat. "He did it!" Captain Barnacle was so angry he marched Pete back onto the ship. "Now I need a big drink and a nice snack," he said. He took down his special biscuit barrel from the cabin shelf. "Arr!" cried the captain, peering inside. "Who's eaten all my best biscuits?" The purple parrot quickly swallowed the last few crumbs, then he landed on Pete's shoulder and squawked, "He did it!" Captain Barnacle's face turned red with rage. He looked at his soggy boot, his sandy hat, and his empty biscuit barrel. "The next time you'll cross me, you'll be walking the plank," roared the captain, stomping off. "It's not fair," grumbled Pete. "I wish I was captain, then I wouldn't get into trouble so much." He picked up the captain's hat and plopped it onto his head. As soon as Pete put on his hat, a black ship sailed alongside the Jolly Crossbone. A band of nasty pirates were preparing to jump on board. "Give us all your gold," they cried, waving their cutlasses in the air. Suddenly, one of the pirates froze with fear. "Look," he whispered, "that captain looks like Hideous Harry, the world's scariest pirate." And he pulled out a poster which looked just like Pete and his parrot. "I heard that Hideous Harry caught a giant squid and tying up its tentacles," said one pirate. Pete's parrot swooped through the air and shrieked loudly, "He did it!" "I heard he was a champion sword fighter and won a tournament with an arm tied behind his back," cried the peg-legged pirate. "I heard he stole the sea witch's magic wand," added another, "and turned his enemies into jellyfish." "He did it! He did it! He did it!" The pirates began to tremble. Just then, Pete had a brilliant idea. He picked up a mop and pointed it at the nasty pirates. "Be gone, you bunch of bandits," he bellowed, waving the mop at them, "or I'll turn you all into sea slugs." "It's the sea witch's wand," they whimpered. "It really is Hideous Harry." "Help!" screamed the nasty pirates. "Run away!" Pushing and shoving each other, they scrambled back to their own ship. The black ship speedily set sail, leaving a trail of white foam frothing along behind it. Pete took off the captain's hat and put it up on the ship's wheel. With a flap of his purple wings, the parrot landed on Pete's shoulders. "Maybe you aren't such a bad pet after all," smiled Pete. Captain Barnacle climbed out of the cabin just in time to see the ship disappear over the horizon. "Well done, me hearty," he said to Pete. "You deserve a reward for being so brave." He gave Pete a bundle bag of gold coins and a purple parrot an even bigger bag of birdseed. "Who saved a Jolly Crossbow from the band of fearsome pirates?" asked Captain Barnacle. "He did it!" And you can see he's eating all the biscuits. I hope you've enjoyed that story today, and I hope to see you all soon.